attempting my first YouTube video, so bear with me, but I really wanted to get information out to you guys if you're unable to get on Google Meet, and I totally understand if the times don't work. So I figured this would be a good way to communicate, give you guys some ideas on things you can be doing throughout the day, how to establish a routine, and also I'm just going to be putting up some contests and things in the classroom to keep you busy, keep you learning, and keep us all connected. So first thing I want to tell you is that I'm going to have some office hours Monday through Friday. Noon to 3 was kind of the consensus on the best time for people. So if you want a video chat, if you want to just know I'm online, if you have questions about assignments or contests, please feel free just to reach out at that time or anytime, but that's when I'll be available, Monday through Friday, noon to 3. The other thing is, please check the Google Classroom if you're looking for things to do. I'm pretty much throwing out all activities for all my classes. So you might get multiple messages from me, because if I post something in digital photography, I also want that contest to be available to all my other students too. So you might feel like you're being spammed by me, but that's not my intention. I just want to make sure I'm reaching everybody. The other thing that I wanted to cover today is talking about different things that we can do in all of my classes. So for my entrepreneurship students, and I invite anybody to join this contest, is I want you to think about a business idea that would be successful in a time of crisis. Okay, so like every problem in the world usually leads to having some kind of solution. So I want you to really get creative and think about some things that could potentially save lives, keep people thinking, make sure people are being positive and kind to each other, reduce anxiety. So there's a lot of things out there that seem to be problems, and I want to challenge you to look for solutions. So how we're going to go about this activity is I want to give you guys this weekend to think about that. And then on Monday between noon and 3, I will have a Google Meet available, and I want you to pitch me your idea. So I think it'd be really fun. Even if you wanted to record yourself doing it and uploading it to the classroom, that's totally great too. But I think having a pitch it contest would be great. So remember, no, there aren't any ideas that are bad. So really put yourself out there, okay? You might have several ideas, which is great. For my second period class, which is personal finance, I actually sent out a message yesterday that talked about utilizing Foundations Digital. So I've opened up every unit that we've covered so far, and also there's 3 more moving forward that we've not covered. So anybody who wants a login that's not in personal finance or financial math, email me and I can get you access. So it's a great self-paced online curriculum that you can quiz yourself. Again, I'm not going to be grading you, but remember, in life, you don't get a grade either. So it's more or less just for you to know that you can test yourself without even getting a grade. So remember that as a life lesson also. I'm fine if your parents even want to embrace that curriculum, because it's for adults as well. So we just have the high school version, but I just want to make sure that people are still educating themselves on financial decisions, especially in this time of uncertainty. Interest rates are at an all-time low. That could lead to opportunity, but also there's probably going to be a lot of backlash with that as well. So understanding your finances is something I want to continue putting out there. For my digital photography course, I'm going to be hosting a contest every week. So I'm going to put a Google folder together, and this week our challenge is called I'm Hungry. So focusing on food photography. So if you're making something that looks great, or you want to experiment with putting items together so it looks really attractive, maybe for a magazine, I really challenge you to do that. So you can get as creative as you want. So again, I'm going to open up this competition to everybody. Make sure that to submit your picture by 8 p.m. on Sunday. At that point, I'll take all the photos, put them in a Google form, and then Monday we will vote. And the voting will stop by 3 p.m. So I'll make sure to keep all that in the classroom so everyone's on the same page. But what I'd like you to do is comment on any other ideas you have for the photography contest. I have several because I use a lot of different photography apps. But if you have a really cool idea that you think would be a good competition, let me know. Your idea could be the next one. That's our competition. Okay, so that's digital photography. Moving forward to restaurant entrepreneurship. I think our restaurant and hospitality industry is just plummeting right now, unfortunately, because of the lack of ability to gather. And that's what people do. We gather, we eat together. So I want you to get creative in thinking of ways that you could help this industry. One thing I've noticed is, you know, I live in Napa Vine. We have a few restaurants, but those restaurants really depend on our local community to keep them going, and they're struggling right now. So my family has decided to eat out, or not eat out, but take out once a week to help support those local businesses. But one thing I've noticed is most of our small businesses don't have a website. So I think it'd be a great challenge for my students, since you know how to do this, maybe offer to create a menu, or since we've done that before too, guys, remember Canva, you can even email it to them. Also just creating a website, Wix, free resource. If the business wanted to, they could even order online. I know Sahara has that option, but for our smaller ones like Napa Vine Grill, Plaza, Frosty's, just a little mini mart downtown, they don't have those options quite yet. So great opportunity for you guys to help out, potentially make a little money, or just do it for the goodness of the community, right? So with that said, my first challenge for my restaurant entrepreneurship class is to make something out of your pantry that probably only includes 3 ingredients, okay? So not too crazy, right? Not too hard, but it's something I feel like if you have pantry items, you can create a great dish. So I want to hear those things that you are creating. You could even enter it in the photography contest. So that's really cool. Another thing I wanted to show you is we can make our own stock, which is like a broth for soups, for adding to give more flavor to different dishes. If you're making rice, sometimes you add chicken stock to that just to give it a different element. So today I remembered I had a turkey carcass, which is just the bones and some of the skin left over from Thanksgiving, which sounds kind of gross, but I froze it. So it was this frozen turkey carcass. You can do this with chicken bones, you can do it with pork bones, you can do it with ham bones. Anything that's a bony structure, you can boil to make its own broth. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now. It's in my oven as we speak. But I thought, oh my gosh, if you guys are eating meat and you have bones left over, keep them, freeze them, use them to make your own stock. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Hold on. All right. Again, I don't have a great setup for my camera quite yet, but I have a little Dutch oven right here. This over. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It smells so good too, guys. So that's what it looks like. Okay, it looks like a bunch of just simmery, yummy goodness. You'll have to strain the bones out. So just be aware, since we're using bones, some are small. Make sure you really strain that out. You can use a colander, which is a strainer. Just make sure, let it cool completely, because I've actually poured it before and just like burnt my hands so bad. So be really aware of that. I'm going to pop this back in the oven. I set my my oven to 275. You could do it at 300. You could do it at 250. The biggest thing is that it just needs to take its time. So I started this at like 9 o'clock this morning, and I'm going to let it go until like 3. So it's about 6 hours. It's just sitting and making its own little stock, which can be used in several things. And it's a totally delicious addition to any kind of meal. Okay. Unfortunately, for those vegetarians out there, you wouldn't want to do this, but you can make your own vegetable stock also. So if you have vegetables that are starting to go bad, boil them down. Do the same process, and you can make a nice stock that way. So that was just my little tidbit for cooking. And let's see here, my last class of the day. Oh, is my wonderful middle school students. So my challenge to you guys is, if you have internet access, you can download Minecraft for Education for free and use your login credentials just like you were at school. Okay, so you have an account associated with you. For my high school students, if you want to take part in that also, just send me an email. I can get you a license as long as you can download it onto your computer. It will not work on a Chromebook at this point or iPad, but it does work on OS 10, which is your Mac platform, or PC, so Windows 10. That's kind of where we're at with Minecraft. But I will be opening up some different worlds, working on math skills, collaboration skills, maybe building challenges. So I just want to see how many students I can get in to some of these worlds, and then we'll go from there. So I'm excited to start all these processes. Again, these are going to be weekly challenges, so if you feel like you need more throughout the week, let me know, and we can always mix it up. So last but not least, just wanted to share a couple things that I've been working on to keep my own sanity going. I'm working with my own daughters, so I'm kind of a second grade teacher right now, which has been really fun. But you can do this just to keep your own creative juices going. So I've been keeping a lot of our water bottles and things like that because we can make other stuff out of them. So for example, just Gatorades, waters, anything that you would typically maybe throw away or recycle, keep them around. You never know what you can make out of things like this or when they'll come in handy. So for instance, we'll probably make some piggy banks out of here. We could actually cut these down and make some planters. Gardening is always a really great thing, especially now the springtime's coming. We've had some great weather, have some not so great weather coming. So just get creative. Anything plastic, definitely you can use as a creative outlet. Other things, these are some folders. I'm trying to keep myself and my kids organized. So if you struggle with organization and you're getting packets from teachers and you want to stay on top of that, create your own folders, okay? You can even just take a big piece of paper, fold it in half, staple the sides, and then you have something just to keep things together. Because I know we're getting a lot of paperwork also. Again, not something that you have to do, but it's good to keep doing it. Us as teachers are really working hard to make sure that you guys have enough and that you're continuing to learn even if you're not at school. Other things, deck of cards. So these are kind of cool cards. I found these in a bin the other day. But like I said, if you have a deck of cards, you can do a lot with these too, especially math skills, adding, subtracting, dividing, multiplying, just playing games, solitaire, spades, hearts, rummy. There's so many games out there. There's lots of apps that can show you how to play games, lots of YouTube videos that can show you all those things. Other things, just some books, little tiny books I have that I just continue to read at this point. I don't know why I've become such an avid reader, but I'm working through like 5 different books right now just because I find it's very stimulating, and it's just challenging me to keep working and keep learning. So good times. The other thing I've had a lot of time with, again, this is an entrepreneurial thing if you want to go there, or just a personal finance, or even your restaurant entrepreneurship, coupons. Okay, I've been saving these. I've been shopping pretty religiously at Safeway when they play the Monopoly games. So I have a ton of these Monopoly game cards that I'm going to be scanning into my phone because, one, you could win something, which I never do, but there's coupons associated with this. So as times get tough, as the unknown of finances come in and out of our lives, remember couponing is a really, really great thing, great skill to have, regardless of if you have money or not, okay? The other thing, just so you know, I have my own business. My husband's working on it right now, or our business, and it's tough, right? We definitely are impacted by this too. So we're getting creative. We're thinking outside the box, and we're really just trying to focus on continuing to learn and get better. So that's why I'm trying to do this YouTube channel, just to see if it works and if it's something that can help you guys as we go through this stuff. So. Please leave a comment below if there's topics that you'd like me to discuss, if there's contest ideas that you want to try out. anything. Like I said, this is just really trying this whole thing out. But I hope you guys are staying safe, staying positive, social distancing, practicing that, washing your hands, and take care of yourself. Right? I love you all, and I'm really thinking of you guys and to continue learning. But please reach out if you need anything at all. All right, got the first one done. Okay, bye guys.